So, Claude, Isabella, up you come. Isabella, do you want to tell us who you are and then introduce Claude for us? And then when you're ready, it'll be over to you.
Sure, I'm Isabella. Hello, I'm the Young Leaders Development Coordinator. And yeah, I think that's me, passionate about young adults, growing as disciples of Jesus and leading lots of different things, having fun with Jesus.
And I'm Claude Halm from International Praise Centre Baptist Church in East London. It's a church that was pioneered 10 years ago for young black British millennials reaching similar people on the margins of East London.
Ah, wonderful. I'm looking forward to this. Are you ready to go?
Yes.
3, 2, 1, off you go.
Reaching young adults was identified as one of the priorities by Council in 2018. They are the Gen Zs and the millennials between the ages of 18 to 35 years. These young adults are community-focused, doers, visual, digital natives, eager to make a difference, and interested in spirituality. They value authenticity, purpose, and creativity. They are leaders because leaders are made and not born. They are made by hard effort, which is the price all of us must be willing to pay to achieve a thriving future church. Church affiliation is at an all-low record in the UK, with the highest drop among the group we're talking about. 16.1% of the UK population are young adults. However, 7.2% of our Baptist church attendance is made up of this group of young people. So the conversation we would like to have today with the family is, if these young ones are not in our churches, where are they? And what can our churches do to engage with them?
These two generations are a mission field. So rather than just making a little room for us, do you need a more thorough rethink of the way we do church? Imagine you're going to Brazil. Imagine you wanted to be a missionary there. You would need to learn the language, the culture, the space, and the same is true for reaching young adults. We need to first actively listen and learn from young adults. Perhaps this means we need to look at things from a different angle, try different things like John was just sharing. Look at whole life discipleship, meeting outside of Sundays, small groups, pioneering, internships. As a young adult and as young adults, we are looking for places where there is high challenge, but also high support, where there's true openness to innovation. We want active participation and to be guided in that.
Now, similar to the context of the early church, some young adults have a spiritual openness and search for community connections and authenticity. Now, let us also remember that Jesus ministered as a young adult. This conversation is not new. Several years ago, Charles Spurgeon spoke about the need to raise the next generation of leaders. Equipping young leaders has always been a part of Baptist ecclesiology. And recent global issues, including COVID-19, Black Lives Matter, and the Ukraine war, have opened doors of missional opportunities for churches to reach young adults, as many young people have started asking questions about faith and rethinking the purpose of life and afterlife. But we must listen to the young people in our churches and come up with a missional agenda, an agenda that reaches them in those places where they find themselves. We must embrace this adventure.
A great example of this is the well in Sheffield. They have connected with students and young adults and created opportunities to release younger volunteers and leaders. Look at these amazing photos on the screens. Don't we want more of that in our churches? Another example is International Praise Centre in London. That's the church that Claude leads. They have reached out to Black British young people around them, and the church is working to develop them as leaders. Again, some more amazing photos on the screen, just to play with our imagination. But this is not just about bringing young adults and everyone goes out, and it's just the young adults. We are talking about all ages together, and Hope Baptist Church in Plymouth is trying to do that. It hosts a soup run involving people from 18 to 60 years old, and a young adults groups with socials, Bible studies, and worship nights. Don't we want to baptize more young adults like in that photo? So may I ask you, what's your plan of action? Let's use our prophetic imagination and just try new things. Could you start by creating some social events or using social media more? How about hosting an intern? Or even, could you plant a church where young adults are?
But let's pause to think about the future. What could happen to our churches in the next 25 years if we do not take this mission to reach young leaders seriously? We must aspire to inspire in order not to expire. Can our churches really thrive without an active mission agenda to reach the younger generations to be our future leaders? Those who are not attending our Baptist churches and leaving our pews empty.
Or we will be intentional about this and make our churches intergenerational families, growing together as disciples of Jesus. We would love to talk some more to you about this. We know it might be lots of new ideas, but we have some resources for you. Have a look at our magazine from the summer 2020. We have copies here with us, and you can also scanning the QR code on the screen. And we are here to support you in this journey. Let not this be just another conversation. Thank you for listening.
Thank you.
What are we willing to invest? If the young adults are not in our churches, where are they? And what we're going to do to engage with them.